Alright, welcome back again. Today we'll be learning HTML intro to advanced level. Before that, subscribe to my channel, like it, and follow. More tutorials to come. We are going to learn and write any type of code, develop any type of website that you want to do, not just to copy code and paste. You'll be able to understand. I will explain everything to you to understand how the code work and all that. So let's get started. So open the web browser, any web browser that you have. When you open it, click on the VS Code. You can search on it online. VS Code. I'll be putting the link down there for you to click and download. We also have the Sublime Text. I'll be adding the links, brackets. They are code editors that will be able to use to write code, so that it will be able to display the code, translate the code into readable things for the front end people to see. This one we are talking about front end. This is the front end that I'm talking about. So right now, if I visit this website, teamtech.com, I want to show you how the front end looks like. This front end, this is the front end that we are seeing, but what is able to display these things, that's what we are going to do today. So before that, so after downloading the Sublime Text or the VS Code, finish, then we'll go back to our desktop. It depends on where you want to create the folder on your desktop. Any part of your desktop you can create the folder on. So I'll be creating the folder here. Right click on my desktop, new, then folder. I will name it intro to HTML. Then I'll add the 5 because we're doing HTML5. Then I'll press enter. Okay, this is my folder. So right now, when you install the VS Code, you'll be seeing extension like this shortcut, or you will just search for it, VS Code. It will come, click on it, and you launch your VS Code. So when you launch your VS Code for the first time, this is what you are seeing. At the left hand side here is the folders that you'll be creating. When you create a folder, it will appear here. You can collapse it here. You can also open it. This one is for extensions. So right now, search for live preview, live server, and live preview. Install those ones. To install them, just click on it, then it will start the install. Like the icons here, you click on them, then it will start. So when you are done with that one, you can close it and we'll come back again. So to open the folder that we create, click on it, open folder, then now locate the folder that you create. Locate where you create it. I create it on the desktop, so I'll look for it, intro to HTML5, intro to HTML5. There's it. Click on it and I'll open it. So to launch it, it will ask you yes. Click on the yes, I trust this author. Then after that, you can close this one. This is it. So click on it. Then the first one is for file, the second one is for folder. So click on the first one. We are going to create HTML5 file. Then you type index.html. The .html is very important. That's the extension. Then you click on enter. Right now, we're taking you to the intro to HTML. So when you open your file, this is how it will look. So right now, if you press on your keyboard, if you press the shift and the exclamation mark, it will come like this. Then you click on the first one, then it will open this for you. So this one, so let me explain it to you and you understand. So this one, the exclamation mark type, that's the document type that we are using, which stand for the HTML5. Currently that's what we are using, HTML5. Then the lam, that's the English, this one is for English. Difference between the close and the opening is the forward slash. This forward slash that you are seeing here, anytime you are typing HTML tag, when you want to close it, you use the forward slash to close it. Then between inside the head, the only thing that you will be putting it here is the title. This is the title. Sort of document type, let's remove that one and put, let's remove that one and put whatever you want to put it there. I'll put Lewis site. Then you see there's a opening tag of the title and this is a closing tag. Then let me explain this one to you before we continue. Then the meta tag, this is a character set UTF-8, that's the character set that we are using. Then the compatibility, then the Edge, that's the browser that we are using for that. That's the lowest browser that can run this code. Then we have the viewport, then the width, set the width to initial 0, the width initial scale 0.1. Then the title, I've already explained that one. So right now, if you save it, we click on file. If you want to save, click on file, then save. Then when you install the extension, the live server, you click on it, it will open for you. When it open, check the top here. Let me open it to the full glory of it so that you can see. Open it. There are two ways. You can also right click on it and copy path, then open your browser, paste it there, press enter, and it will load. You can check here, this Lewis site. So when you come back, this is the only thing on our website. This is the title. So every website has a title, and the title should be inside the head. Now when you come out from the head, the body, this is the body, this is the structure, the body, this is the structure, this the body that we are seeing. So this is the body. You type body, then you close it with the forward slash. I already explained that. When you close it like that, whatever you are now going to type inside, so that one will not display inside the body. So inside the body, it depends on what you want to display. You can display image, you can display text, you can display audio, videos, a lot, tables, a lot. So let's start with that. So we start with head. VS Code help you to do that one. When you type H1, it will come. H1 is the biggest heading. So between that, I'll type myself. Then after that, I'll put a paragraph tag. A paragraph tag is for large text when you want to display a long paragraph. So my name is Lewis and I like to code. Yes. Then when you go to file, save it, go back, refresh your browser, you can see it here. So congratulations, you have able to run a code and display a code on your web browser. So now what you are seeing, that's the front end. So HTML, let me explain the meaning of the HTML. This one, the meaning of this HTML, the H stand for hypertext. Hypertext, they are links. Hypertext, they are links. When you go to yahoo.com, click on it. To load, my network is very slow. So these are links. See this one there is a link. If you click on help, it will take you to different place. That's the links type that I'm talking of. So when you also check on Wayback Machine, click on it. This is a link. Wayback Machine. Anyway, let me just explain the Wayback. The Wayback Machine, we use that one as a web developer. Use that one to determine the time that they created the website and how it was, and the changes that they have now improved on the website. So this is a Wayback Machine. If you have any website and you want to know the beginning, what was the styling up to now, you can use the Wayback to do that one. So let's go back. So right now I want to take you through step by step how to create your own profile. So let's remove this one. So before we start, let's create another heading again, H1. That's the biggest heading, and this time around put your name there. Depends on whatever name that you have. This is my name, I put it there. Then the second one, I'll put a paragraph. That's a P tag. This is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. So whatever you type between will now appear on the browser. You see, this one, the name Akabade Louis, will appear on the browser. So whatever you put between the P tag will appear on the browser. I am a software developer, and I like to read and code. So then save it, file, save, go back, refresh. You can see it here. So right now this is a paragraph tag. So let's continue with that. So HTML, they have so many tags. I'll be explaining them step by step for you to understand. So the next thing I will be doing is this is a paragraph tag. So let's do the order list. Order list is for listing styles, listing some items on the web. If you want to list things on the web, so before you to do that, you use the UL. Then after that, you add the LI. That's on order list. If you want the ordered one, that's OL. That's the OL. So UL is for ordered. Then you press enter. So between the opening and the closing tag of the UL, we have the LI. Then you press enter again. This is a list. Then between this one, you type whatever you want to add it there. So right now, let me add HTML, another LI, CSS. I'll be taking you through that. Then another LI, JavaScript. We'll learn all of that step by step. So before that, let's put our cursor here and add H3 tag. This is a H3 tag. To add in that one, let's write this one skills. So that's skills. You can list all your skills, and after that, let me add another one again. List. Add Java is different from JavaScript. Add PHP. So you can go on and on and on. When you have done with that, make sure you save it. X. Then go and refresh your browser. You can see it here. That's the order list. So what we are going to do, we also have another tag, a self closing tag. That's the HR, horizontal line. This one HR will give you horizontal line. If you want horizontal line to appear separate other things, we use the horizontal line. So file, save, refresh, you can see it here. So right now we are able to separate the top from the down, our skills. So let's continue. So the normally H1 is bigger than all the headings, and if you want to read more on that, you can come to the Mozilla Developer Network, read more about them here. Come to HTML, basis of HTML, everything that you need to know is here. So you can see the anatomy of HTML tag, the opening tag. This is how the opening tag, and the closing tag. Then between the opening and the closing tag, that's the content that we are going to write, and the content will now display on the web, on the browser, for you to see. I'll be explaining these things for you. That's a attribute, the class, and the editor. This one will call it class name. I'll be explaining those ones for you. You can go through them, start with them, intro to HTML, you read on them, you understand it more. So let's continue. So we'll come out from that, then we'll do another heading 3. This time around you put it this time around. It depends on what you want to do. So I'll be adding this one, skills 2. I just want you to see the difference. Skills 2. Before that, let's put the horizontal line, HR for horizontal line. Then down here, after skills 3, then we'll add OL. OL stands for on order list. On order list, then you press enter between the opening and the closing tag of the on order list. So you add the LI, that is the list. You are now want to list them. This one, they will be numbered from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 going. So this one is the opening tag, this one is the closing tag. The difference between the opening and the closing tag is the forward slash between them. So this is the opening tag of the LI, this is the closing tag of it. Then between it, that's the content, what we are going to write. So right now, let's write something small again. So this one, I will put it graphics design. You can add more LI again, then you press enter. Then between that, you write something small about that. You can put it WordPress developer. Yes, you can continue with it more. So after that, we save it again. We save it, then go and refresh our browser, so you can see it here. can see it here. So let's continue. We talk about the hypertext. The hypertext, and I told you there are links. So if you want to add a link, we use the anchor, the A tag. This is it. You press A, when it will come, you click on it. So this is the A tag, and this is the between the opening and the close. This is it. So you type whatever you want to put it there. If I put it there, Google, then between the href, this one is where you put the link, www.google.com. then if you save it, it's a link. That's why we call it hypertext. It's a link. So when you save it, you refresh on it, you can see the color is blue, but once you click on it, it will send you to Google. Your file could not be accessed. Okay, www. This because of where it is, that's why they are saying that. So this is www.google.com. Inside here you can add a target. You can add a target underscore blank, so it will open new tab on the web. So let's save it again, refresh it. So let's click on it. Okay, your file has not been could not been accessed. So let's see, google.com. Okay, so let me copy this link. This is a link. Copy it. Then we'll come to our code. Paste it here. Paste it here. As a hypertext, the link, click on it, save it. Anytime you want to link different page or different website to your site, this is the link that you use. After that, go back again, refresh it, and click on it. So you can see it has load Google for us. It has load Google for us. So, and because we have used the target underscore blank, it will move this link. Anytime you click on this link, it will move it to a new tab. That's the meaning of that. So this is the old one. If you don't want your users to leave your page totally, this is how you do it. Yes, but check, anytime you click on it, the link, it will turn to purple. This is how it will now look, means you have clicked on the link. Okay, so let's continue. So if you want to add another one again, a tag, you click on it, and it will come like this. If I add my own www.teamtech.com, then between here, Teamtech Solutions, we are web development company. So if you need a website or anything related to IT training, you can contact us. So after saving it, let's refresh it again. It has come here. When you click on it, you can see normally you have to add the href. You have to add that one to it, so that the HTTPS, you have to add that one. It's not compulsory, but let me add it, save it, then okay, sorry, I've closed it. I have to copy it again, copy path, go to that place, paste it, press enter. It has come, click on it. You can see it's now loading. It's now loading. This time around, we didn't put the underscore, so it will not open a new tab for us. So that's the difference. So okay, this ones I'll be showing you all the tricks. When you check Google and TeamTech, they are all on the same line. So if you want to break it, there's a tab called break. Put the cursor at the end there, bring it here, press BR for break, then save it, run it again. You can see you have break it like that. You have given it another line of its own. So we're teaching you all the ins and outs. You understand the code, not just to write, copy code and paste. You understand how the code work. So you understand how the code work. So let's continue. If you are working and you want to display image or you want to display a table, we have a table tag, that you can use. A tag as a table is a table tag you can use. Click on it, then enter. This is the opening and the closing tag. Whatever you do between the table will now display on the browser. So inside the table we have the head, the table head, that's the T head. That's the T head. When you type T head, this is the table head. Then inside the table head, you can add a row, a row like this. So enter table row. Then inside the row, what do you want to add? We have the table head. That's the H, not this head. TH, that's table head. So this one, let me give it a name, names. Then if it depends on the columns that you want. This one, that's one column. If you want another column, put the cursor on it, TH again, you press enter. Name, add H, the H. Let me add another one, TH for head, H. Then I will add, let me see, I'm doing it for a class. Add class like this. Then when you are done with that one, save it. Don't worry about the time, I want you to understand. So first you open the table. Inside the table you have the T head, that's the head. Inside the head you create a role, table role. Inside the role you create TH, that's the TH, what will now display TH again, then you save it. Then then you come out from the TH, the T head. When you are out of the T head, whatever you now be doing is different. The T head, that's the table head, will be bold than the other one. So this one we have T row, that's we want to add another role again. Inside this role you add three things. We have the TD, that's the table data, TD, and we are giving that one according to this one. So TD will be name. So let me put this one, TD will be name. Let me put this one, Lewis. Then the second one, TD again, is for TD means table data. Click on it, H, I'll put it 24. Then the class, I think I'm dealing with primary school children. Let me put this one 7. I'm doing it for example. This one 2 again. Then class, I'm just put it class 2. Yes, then you save it. You can use Ctrl X, or you go to the file and save it, refresh it again. You can see it here, our table name, age, class, then the name is Lewis, the age is 7, class 2. You can see the name, age, or the one on top, that's the table head, is bold, but this one is not bold. Yes, so let me add another one, and you see this is table row. Make sure you are out of the table row, create another TR again for table row, then you press enter. Then inside the table row you have the TD, then you click on it. Inside the TD, add another name again, this time around add Mary, then TD again, you click on it, Mary 7, 12 years, then another TD again, then class 6, I'll put class 5, these are some other issues that you'll be facing. Make sure when you do mistake and you want to remove, make sure you don't remove the tag away. So class 5, you remove the tag away, there will be an error inside your code. Click on it, save it, refresh your browser again. You can see it here. I've added another one again. So right now I want to show you some trick to any type of website at all that you want to develop and you want to know how they do it. Right click on it, right click on that website, any website at all that you want to know how they develop it. Right click on it. When you right click on it, inspect. So right now if I right click on this one, if I right click on it like this, if you are using Mozilla or Firefox, right click on it, inspect. Then when you click on inspect, it will come like this. This is a code. You can, if you want to select this particular thing, click on this icon, then put the cursor on it, click on it. You can see it here, H3 skills. That's this tag. So you can see the UL. Inside the UL, what is inside, you can see it here. It's appearing it here. So that's one trick way of looking at people's code. Or you can just right click on the browser, open source code, everything will appear for you to see and have a look of it, how it works. But I don't want you to be copying, to just be copying codes. I want you to understand. When you understand the code, you'll be able to work it out yourself. So right now let's break this one. Let's put horizontal line there, then we save it again, then let's refresh it again. Okay, so right now let's add a contact form. Let's add a contact form. Before I add the contact form, let me explain some things for you. When you are working, make sure your code is neat, it follows all the procedures, and you understand the code very well. Very well. So we also have a tag called image tag. The image tag, that's MG, NIG, image tag. Click on it, it will come like this. The source, that's where the source of the image and the alternative, when the image is not able to display on the web, what will display, or if the user is a visual impaired person, so screen readers will be able to read the text inside the image for that person. So before that, to add the image, Let me show you how to add that. So let's come to our desktop, locate the folder or locate any image. So I'll pick this image, I'll copy it, then inside the folder, double click on it, open it here, you can paste it here. This is the image. Then let's come back again, click on this, you can see the image is here. So inside here, type the image name, theme 2 dot, make sure the extension is the same, png, then you click on it. Then after that, this one myself, then you can give it a width, the image width, be taking you through CSS. So image width, click on it, let's make it 40%. Then image height 40%. Save your work, refresh your browser. When you refresh it, you can see it here, the image is here. Okay, so right now let's cut it from this place. I don't want it to be here. Control X. So let's send it top. Yes, beginning of the body, paste it there. Think this one we can make it 20%. It was very big. You can change it, you can give it any number, save it. Let's refresh the browser again. You can see it here. It's now here. We are creating a beautiful portfolio for ourselves like that. This one is a CV, nice CV. You have your name, who you are, then skills, another skills, then some links to other projects. Then we add few things here. So let's continue. That's how to add image. This is a procedure. We type the image, the tag will come, click on it, the source where you want to pick the image from, and our image is here. We have added the image to our folder called intro to HTML. The folder, the index.html, and the image, they are all in the same hierarchy. They are all in the same size. That's why you quickly pick it there. So you type the name of the image dot the extension to even come, then you pick it. Then the alternative, you type what the image is about, then you add the width and the height. So I don't want to repeat this one again, so I'll move that one away. So let's continue. So when you are working with this, some website they style them very nice. So we have some other extensions that you can use. So I've already downloaded them. You can download them and use them. When you come here, I have the pesticide Chrome extension. Make sure you download it. It's a Chrome extension. Make sure you download it, click on it, then to show you how what tags that you are using, how your structure, how you structure your website. It's the same website building is the same thing as building a house. The way you structure your buildings and all that is the same thing that you can do with this one. So okay, so try and get that and install it, and you will have a look of it. So this is the Wayback Machine. I've already explained that one to you earlier on. If you want to know the history of a website, click on it, Wayback Machine. Search for yahoo.com and browse the history. And let's see the beginning of it, so that you appreciate your website, what we are currently doing. When you are starting, you have to be patient. Once it's loading, I'll go back and come. You have to be patient, understand your code. Very, very important. So down here, once it's loading, network is weak. Once loading, let's continue. Down here, let's add the contact form. To add the contact form, we use a form tag. There's a tag called form. Use a form tag. So the action for now, let's leave that one. The form tag, this is the opening tag, and this is the closing tag of the form. And whatever you type between will not appear as a form. The action is when you want to link it with a database. That's where the action is. Then we have another one too called post. We have another one too. This one is the action, because we are not going to submit it to anything. I don't know if you want to use that one, it will help. But let's continue with the coding. We just want the structure, how they structure it. So inside the form, we can have a label. Inside the label, for that's if you want to give it a specific name, you just give it a label. This one, let's just give it a name. Add this one. Then after that, press enter. We add the input tag. The input, this one is the input. Then the type text. You want to accept text, you want to receive text from users. That's why you are using the type text. After that, break it, then press enter again. Another label. This time around, this one is name. So this time around, we'll put it. Let's make this one first. Make this one first name. So this one will be last name. Then enter the input tag again. The same thing. This is the opening tag. You see, this one is self-closing tag. See the input tag. So type text. Then we'll break it again. BR for break. Press enter. Another label again. This time around, let's make it email. Okay, then input type. This time around, not text again. Want to accept email, so you type email there. Then you break it again. Press enter again. The input tag type, there are many. We have another one if you want to allow the user to upload a file. We have the input type. You can put file. There. There are many. I'm just going through them one by one. We have the input type. This time around we have color, input type color. There are many. So you have to take your time and go through input type search. So when you are done with all your input type, and break it again. When you are done, let me break all of them. It doesn't matter where you put them, you can break them here. When you are done with everything, so now we have to send. The file. So that's the submit. That's the button. You can use the button to submit. Button, then select submit. So button type submit. You want to submit it. Then whatever you want it to display. This one is the opening and the closing tag on the button, and this is the closing tag. So between that, alright, submit there. So let's save it, and okay, it has come. The way back, you see it has come. So let me just show you how. See, you can scroll back way back 1996. Click on it. 1996. Once it's loading, let me refresh web. So recently, this is what we just did. This is the first name, the input type, the last name, the input type, the email, then the file type. You can select a file on your phone, on your laptop. We have been filling those files. You can select your favorite color and say it has picked the color. Then there's the search. Then I will submit. Button. Currently we have not linked them to anything. That's why you're seeing them like this. Please try and understand. Let me just see the way back. It has failed to fetch. Try again. It has failed to fetch 1996. What Yahoo.com was looking at. It was looking like at that time. So let's continue. So come back. So right now I've take you through the form type, how the input type is text. You want to accept text. Email, you want to accept email. File, you want the user to upload a file. Color, you want them to select their favorite color. Search, if you want to see input, if you want to display a search but input on your website, you use the search to do that. Okay, so now there are other things too. We are just display information online without grouping them. So I want to teach you some other ways of grouping your information very neatly, and if you are going to design it, it will look very nice. So we have something we call div. A div is a container that you can use it to group one or more HTML tags so that you'll be able to control them with a particular name. So to get the div, you type div. VS Code is helping us. Div, this is it. It will come. Then you press another enter again. This is a div. So whatever you type between the div, you are grouping them. So I just want to do it fast. H1. I'm just use this one. H1. Lewis. Another one. H2. Mary. Another one. H3. Angela. It depends, whatever you want to do, but This one thing too you have to notice about this is the div, the opening tag, and this is the closing tag. This one, if you want to create another div again, meaning and you want to style it, is going to affect you, because the divs, you are creating divs without giving them names. So what we can do with the divs, we have something we call IDs and class. IDs and class, that one you use that one to control, to style them uniquely, give them a unique name. So we have the ID, press ID to come, you select whatever name you want to give it to. So this one, if I give it a name, then you save it. So we'll be doing more on CSS, so I don't want to go there now. So this the attribute, this is the attribute, and this is the value. This is the attribute and the value, so you have to take note of that. So if you are going to mention a ID and style it, you have to make sure the div name is starting with what you have declared ID equals to name. So let's create another one again, called div. This time around, class, you give it a class, then the name, maybe this one, class 1. So this one, if you are going to call it inside the CSS, is dot. This one is a pound sign. That's how you call them. If you want to call them, let me just do this one quickly. I'm just writing code. If you are working with someone and you want to comment your code, the comment code, those codes, they don't run. If you want to comment a code, is a less down apostrophe, this one does. You see how it has come. Then between that, you're gonna write, this is my comment. This one, the browser will not read it. It's a comment. It's a comment. Once the browser gets to this one, it will jump it. It will not read it. Let me save it and run it. You see, save it. Then let's refresh our browser. When you refresh it, you see only these ones appeared. Only those ones appeared. The comment will not appear. The comment will not appear. So there's it. This one too, whatever you have, you can type inside that div. You can type inside that div. We have another one we call preview. This one, preview, the way you type it, it will appear the same thing on the browser. So my name is Lewis. You press another, you press enter. I'm a email programmer. I like coding and reading more. See the way this one, we call it preview. You see the way it is. Let me save it. Please try any code that you write, any block of code that you write, try and run it and you see it yourself. Don't copy code and paste. Try and do that. Run it. You see how it has appeared is the same thing. That's a preview. Okay, let's continue. Also have another one, we call it, you have another one. I want to do it inside this place. You have it, the bold, that's the B. If you want to make something bold, let me copy this one, let me cut it. If I want to make it bold, I'll type the B tag, that's for bold. Then between the opening and the closing tag of the B, I will now paste software developer there, save it. That place will be bold. That place will be bold. Let's see, it's here. So after running it, you can see software developer is now a bold. It's now bold. So if you want again, I can cut this one out, then the I for paste it there. After pasting it there, save it, try and run the code and see the difference. Athlete, see how it has slant software developer. Okay, try and run code and understand how they are. Don't just copy code and paste. We are doing a lot. Once you understand them, you'll be able to do a lot. Just understand how the codes work. When you understand, you'll be able to do a lot. So now let's also talk of button. If I want to put a button somewhere, when you click it, it will send it to another place. So let's do that. The button is different from Anchor. Anchor, there are links, and the button too. This is a button. It depends the type of button you want to create. You have the reset, that's it. If you want to use to select things, this enable, disable, and the submit. The submit one, you use it for forms. If you want to submit a form, you do that one. And if you put here submit, and save it, and run it, you can see a button here. So you can break it. I show you how to do that one. You BR for break, then you save it and you refresh it again. That's appear here now. Okay. Our website is looking better. So it's looking better. So let me show you how to do other things. We are able to add a button, add anchor tag, the order list and order list. This is a order list. This is the order list. The order list is the OL. Order list OL. Then inside the OL you add the LI inside. Then also have the UL, that's on order list. Inside the order list we now have the LI, that's the list. So we also have the paragraph tag. Then H1 for the heading. We have H1 up to H6. They are different. H1 up to H6. They are different. So take note of that. So right now I want to end it here. We'll continue the intro to HTML next lesson. Subscribe to my channel, like, and I'll be doing more tutorials on this code. I will link it in the description below if you want it.